Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we have a Halloween special. What do you need to hear? So we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have Nine of Swords. Pile number two, we have King of Cups. And pile number three, we have Five of Cups. So please take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I will see you guys in your reading. And happy Halloween. Pile number one, if you chose the Nine of Swords card, this is your reading on what do you need to hear this Halloween. Okay, pile number one, we have the Sun card, we have the Lovers, we have the Death card, we have Nine of Swords, we have Queen of Pentacles, we have King of Swords, we have Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, and we have Five of Wands, and we have Nine of Swords twice in this reading. So pile number one is definitely my pile of vampires. I think we could definitely say that. You're definitely my night dwellers. You definitely are not getting sleep at the right time, pile number one. And it's taking a lot of heavy toll on your body. And I think you may even feel called to maybe even sleep more right now, but for some reason you're just not able to sleep. And it's also understandable, we're just getting out of this very intense eclipse. So your energy feels very, very scattered right now, and there's a real need for you to slow down. There's a real need for you to take things easy. There's a real need for you to take things slow. You need to strip away and make your life fundamentally easy again. I think that is an important message for you over here. And there's also coming together of different parts of yourself that have been broken away or torn apart. I'm also getting soul retrieval over here. So a lot of parts of yourself that you have repressed, a lot of parts of yourself that you had to let go of in order to fit in order to survive, you're able to call those parts of yourself back to yourself now. You're able to retrieve those lost parts of your soul and even some core memories over here. And Five of Wands fell. So isn't that strange? So there's definitely a lot of conflict around you. There's definitely a lot of people who sort of want to get in your way. But understand that what you're going through right now is a spiritual test. What you're going through right now is an initiation into something higher, in something bigger than yourself. And there's definitely exhaustion. There's definitely a sense of tiredness. And I get it, pile number one, you really want to give up, but it's really important right now that you keep pushing yourself and understand that you will be able to trailblaze your way out of all these situations. You will be able to overcome these difficulties. You will be able to really find peace for yourself. And not just peace, you're going to find happiness for yourself. And you're going to truly be happy within your own being that I don't think you have been that for a very, very long time. And for a lot of y'all, I feel you've never truly been happy. So you're going to definitely be able to taste that, and not just taste that, but even retain that happiness with yourself. And when you're happy with yourself, there's a natural harmony that you fall into with everyone else around you. So there's a real need for you to acknowledge this about yourself and really take it easy. And we have the Death card. So you understand that you cannot just keep living how you used to. You just cannot keep going on the way you have in the past. It's just not going to fulfill you. It's just not going to serve you. It's just not going to be beneficial to you in any sort of way. And there's a real need to change right now. And before the Death card, we have the Hangman. So there's also a need for you to maybe sacrifice your own mind over here. There's a need for you to dissolve your own ego. There's a real need for you to really come home to yourself, which you haven't been in a very, very long time. And you're also going to be able to redefine what meaning of home is for you. And pile number one, you have a very beautiful mind, you have a very sharp mind, but it also means that even if something hasn't occurred, especially bad things, you can sort of feel that, and you get into that anxious headspace. So even before the worst has happened, and it probably won't happen, but you're already making it a reality for yourself, and there's a real need for you to not do that, and be a little more discerning with your thoughts, and understand that you are not your thoughts. Pile number one, you're truly not your thoughts. So this sort of discernment only comes through quiet, meditative, contemplative states that you voluntarily put yourself under. So there's a real need for you to come home to yourself and ground yourself out. Go out, walk bare feet in grass if you can, or just go near water bodies. It will heal you. You need to focus on simplifying your life right now, and the more you simplify your life, the easier it will be for you to be disciplined, the easier it will be for you to show up and do your best work every day. And I really want you to know that as long as you do your part, as long as you do what you're truly being called to do right now, everything else will fall into place, and everything else will fall into place. And I'm really picking up that stability is a big question for you right now. You're really worried about your stability. You're worried about how you're going to probably pay next month's rent. But I really want you to know that as long as you don't give up right now, you will be rewarded abundance. And not just rewarded, this will be your hard-earned abundance. So it's only a matter of time before you come into this abundance. And there's a real need for you to be a little more strategic right now. Be a little more strategic about keeping your eyes on the prize, not losing the sight of it even in the darkest of your times, and still just going forward with it. I think that's really important, that you show a little courage, that you show a little tenacity right now. There's a real need for that. And you will be rewarded very, very handsomely over here, pile number one. There might be a lot of discord at home. Maybe you're not very happy where you're living right now. Maybe you're having certain issues with your parents. I want you to know that those things will be resolved. Or even if they don't get resolved, you will eventually find people that will feel like home to you, will feel like family to you. And I think especially with your family, there's a real need for you to maybe, I know it sucks to say, but be the bigger person and understand that maybe your parents are doing their best to understand you, even if they cannot fully understand you. So there's a real need for you to show compassion, especially towards people who are not able to read you properly, especially family. And I want you to know that you will be able to break this cycle of dysfunction over here, by number one. There's a real need for that, and you will be very successful in doing so. And I really want you to know that your ancestors are with you. They're really, really with you. They're walking with you every step. And they will never let you lose sight of where you truly need to be. So don't ever feel that way. And like I said, I feel a lot of y'all will be moving very, very soon. So if you're not living in an ideal condition, you will definitely be moving towards a happier condition for yourself, a more ideal home with more ideal people around you, people like yourself, pile number one. That's definitely coming towards you. And you're going to get your soul family. I really feel that. We have the Three of Cups. So you will find your tribe, pile number one. Please know that. As long as you keep doing your thing, as long as you keep being true to yourself, sooner or later, you will run into people who are just like you. And you won't even think about the past then, pile number one. It won't even weigh on you the way it does maybe right now. So there's a real need for you to acknowledge that, yes, you have a very strong mind, but it's also important to maybe tame it a little, to become friends with it, to not let it run amok for yourself. I think that's a very important message over here, and you won't miss the train, pile number one. I really, really want you to know that you're not running out of time. You are exactly where you need to be, and we need to learn certain lessons before more things are revealed to us, before we get more access to higher knowledge, or just even understanding in hindsight why certain things had to happen the way they did. So Please understand this, pile number one. And don't hold yourself back anymore. Don't keep yourself stuck. Don't keep yourself small. Don't show resistance, especially when you know change is inevitable. Just give in to it and know that you're moving into a much happier time in your life, and all the sacrifices you've ever made are going to come back to you in a very positive way. Everything that you've lost is going to be restored to you at a higher level. So please acknowledge this, pile number one. There's a real need for you to do this. And a little gratitude goes a long way. Trust me, pile number one. A little gratitude goes a long way. So just show gratitude even for the lessons. Show gratitude even for not knowing. And trust me, you will get an answer, if not the same day, in a few days. Trust me on that. So it's very human to complain, but it's time that we sort of transcend our humanness and really recognize that divinity within us. I think that's a very important message for you, and your own divinity will be more clear to you than it has ever been. The obstructions are going to be taken away. I really feel that, pile number one. And the passion that you have lost is going to come back to you. The laziness that you feel, the apathy that you feel will go away, and you will be driven again, you will be motivated again. You will be ready to get back into the battlefield like you never have before. Please know this, pile number one. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number one, we have card number 51, which is the witches jumping over fire, and we have card number 33, the homunculus. So you are being baptized by fire right now. You are being tried. Maybe a lot of people are blaming you for something that you have not done. And I really want you to know that the justice will be restored to you at the right time, and you will be able to clear your name. So try to not victimize yourself. And this is also purifying you. Please understand this, that breakthroughs only happen. Any sort of breakthrough only happens after a lot of pressure has been applied, after the stakes have been really raised. So know that victory for you is imminent because of everything that you have endured, pile number one. Victory is your birthright over here. I really want you to know that. And we have the homunculus, so take baby steps. What you're trying to achieve is a monumental task. It's really big, but it's important that you don't overwhelm yourself. It's really important that you calm yourself, bring yourself back to yourself, and take one step at a time. That is going to be so much more worthwhile and productive and even beneficial and more peaceful to you than just going chaotic and haywire. So a little more structure even to your chaos will make your chaos stronger. Please understand this, pile number one. I feel you're accessing yourself at a higher level than you have ever before. A lot of y'all could even get certain spiritual gifts awakened within you right now. Maybe you're seeing a lot of birds around you. Let all that guide you. You definitely are being given these signs and synchronicities. It's almost like the universe, God, nature itself is reacting with you. It is sort of interacting with you. So you're not going crazy, pile number one. I really, really want you to know that. And the more you surrender, the more you'll naturally fall into alignment. So sometimes you just have to do nothing for something to happen. And also you will have that discernment as to when to do nothing or when to take the right action in order for you to never fail. So this high level of discernment is going to be yours because you have a very beautiful mind. It's only a matter of you mastering it, and you're going to be mastering this in this very lifetime, and you're going to be experiencing joy like you never have before. Pile number one, I really want you to know this. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number ones. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. pile number 2. If you chose the King of Cups card, this is your reading on what Halloween message do you need to hear right now. Okay, pile number 2, we have Nine of Pentacles, we have the Devil, we have the Star, we have Temperance, we have Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, the Hermit, Four of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands. So what you really need to hear right now, pile number 2, is there's a real need for you to express how you truly feel. There's a real need for self-expression right now, and there's a real need for you to even communicate how you truly feel right now to maybe people around you, to maybe set the necessary boundaries, to even to truly occupy the space that you truly need over here. And you're worried about your independence, you're worried about not getting your independence, and I really want you to know that you will get your independence, pile number 2. You really, really will. And you will be confronted with certain things. Maybe a lot of subconscious patterns will be coming up for you right now. All the things that have sort of kept you small, kept you stuck, kept you very down and out, you're going to be able to confront those things and really heal from those things. There's a real sense of healing happening for you at a very deep level over here. And there's also a need to let go of the past. There's also a need to let go of all those painful experiences that are maybe coming up to surface for you right now. There's a real need for you to let go of that, pile number 2. And we have the Temperance card. So you're going to be more harmonious than you have ever been. All parts of yourself that felt very broken, parts of yourself that were missing, all of those are going to come back together, and it's going to be like kintsugi. It's going to be like that Japanese pottery of fixing things, fixing broken things with gold, and you're going to be able to alchemize this for yourself. So there's a real need for you to know that you're not lacking at all. Whatever you truly need is going to come to you, and if you're not getting certain things, maybe they're not meant to be with you or for you, and they're not supposed to come with you into the next chapter in your life. I think there's a real message for that over here, pile number 2. And like I said, a lot of subconscious patterns will be resurfacing for you to take inventory of, and you can once bring it into light and let go of those things that are maybe like really hurting you unconsciously. And we have the Hermit. So isolation is very, very important for you right now. You need to be alone. You need to have your time to yourself. You need to give yourself enough time to come back to yourself, if that makes sense. You really have to create these beautiful moments of solitude where you're not seeking, you're not grasping, you're not wanting, you're not wishing, you're not, just expending energy outwards. There's a real need for you to really channel your energy inwards, because what you're truly looking for, pile number 2, is something you're only going to find within yourself. It only exists within you. And the answers you need will only come through you right now, pile number 2. Please know this. And we have the Queen of Wands. So you are getting more magnetic than you have ever been before. You are definitely, especially if you have an online presence over here, just know that it is going to blow up. All you have to do is just keep putting your best foot forward, and you're not going to have to worry about money. I'm definitely sensing that you are stressing a lot about your finances, you're stressing about the future, but I want you to know that you're going to have a very abundant future. You're not going to have to be with anyone out of toxic codependency because they're like taking care of you in whatever way. You're going to be able to take care of yourself very well, pile number 2. So there's a real need for you to reaffirm that to yourself right now, that you're very, very talented, and you definitely are very, very talented. So please know this. And there's a need for you to even let go of the imposter syndrome that you may be holding on to, and know that, like I said, healing is happening for you right now, and it's going to happen at layers. And we never truly completely heal. We sometimes have to come back to those things that we thought we healed from. It's just the nature of healing, right? So the more you heal, the more you let go, the easier it will be for you to come into this independent financial energy for yourself. And the more you give yourself the time and the space, the more answers will just come to you. I really want you to know this, pile number 2. That's a really important message over here. And if there has been a lot of disharmony in the house, I want you to know that there will be harmony in the house again, or for a lot of y'all, you will be moving your houses. So that is also in the cards for you over here. I want you to know that you're being led towards the place that you really need to be in right now, and you're really being led to where you truly need to be, pile number 2. So just keep following your intuitive nudges, because they're not lying to you, and they're probably the most reliable thing to you right now. So please listen to your intuition. It's very loud. And I want you to know that you will be attracting in the right kind of friends. Maybe you have attracted a lot of friends who are maybe secretly jealous of you. Maybe they hate you, out of sheer projection. But you're going to be in this very independent, powerful energy. So you're going to be able to attract equals, pile number 2. That's what I'm trying to say. And when you're amongst equals, there is seldom any jealousy. There's seldom any hatred. So just know that you will find people that will truly love you over here, pile number 2. That's another very, very important message. And there's a real need for you to maybe even balance out your life. And people often ask me, how do you balance your life? And I always say that balancing your life one moment looks very different from balancing your life the next. And the key is adaptability, and the key is to not be so rigid about things. So there's a real need for you to be a little mutable around things, and understand that if something is not working out for you, you don't need to show resistance. You don't need to make your life difficult, and just understand that you will be gently pushed towards where you truly belong, pile number 2. That's a really important message over here. A lot of y'all may be even called to read certain books, so please read, because even the Queen of Wands, she's reading something, and so is the Temperance card. There are a lot of scrolls over here, and I think what I'm getting with the scroll symmetry is you're sort of even writing your own law right now. You're defining your own morals, and it's very important that you do this, because even thieves have ethics, right? So it's very important for you to be clear on your ethical point of view on whatever you choose to do over here, pile number 2. Whatever you choose to do, it's very clear for you to be in your conscience. It's very important for you to be in your conscience when it comes to ethical issues, pile number 2. That is also really, really highlighted right now. And I know you would only operate out of love, and you would only do things with love, but sometimes there's a real need to maybe examine where is it really coming from. So maybe just tracing it back to its center, to its source, will help you realize that, okay, maybe you have the right intention, but it may just not stick. So you will be able to discern that for yourself over here very, very well. And all the answers you need, pile number 2, are within you. And only you can go looking for it and find that within yourself. So I really, really want you to know this, pile number 2. That's a really important message over here. And for a lot of y'all who are in the public eye, I really want you to know that things will blow up for you sooner or later. It's only a matter of timing, and it'll be the right time. You don't want to be, for example, like a musician who blows up, has a one-hit wonder, and then cannot follow through. You're not like that. So please understand that even if things are going slower for you than maybe other people in your field, that doesn't mean that you're less talented. It just means that you're being prepared differently. You're also going to sit on a throne, but your throne is going to look different, and that is okay. You're gonna be on the throne that you truly need to be on, and I'm saying throne because I do feel you're going to have an impact on a lot of people, whether you're a tarot reader or just an influencer or just whatever you do online. Even if you have an online business, pile number 2, it really will blow up. And it's like I said, it's only a matter of time. And the more you let go of things, the less attached you are to outcomes, and the more you just enjoy your everyday life, that will just make everything come faster to you, if that makes sense. So there's a real need for you to practice being at ease no matter where you are, at whatever place you are, at whatever time. It's really important for you to be at ease, even in extremely stressful situations. You will be able to do this, pile number 2. I really want you to know that. And like I said, you will completely heal from anything and everything that you thought you couldn't heal from, whether it be something physical, mental, emotional, whatever it is, pile number 2, you will heal. I really, really want you to know this, pile number 2. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 2, we have card number 39, which is grotto, and we have card number 26, which is the white cat. So there's a real need for you to, like I said, isolation, solitude. There's a real need for you to go within. You're only going to find certain things, certain answers for yourself in the peace and the solitude within yourself. So please go inwards, pile number 2. That is really the important message over here. And find that time, find that space if it doesn't exist. You really need it right now. Otherwise, things will be more difficult than they need to be. This is really a message over here. And card number 26, I feel you're learning. I feel you're learning new ways to be. I feel you're learning to not be as triggered with things and really come from that more evolved point of view, and you will be very successful in doing this. But you need your time alone. You need time to contemplate, pile number 2. Please give yourself that, and the more alone you are, I feel it will create a vacuum. So sooner or later, you will be magnetically attracting in the right people. So if you're single right now, maybe don't date some uglies or losers. Maybe don't just date for the sake of dating. Don't just date because everyone is dating. Don't just date because you're feeling lonely and you need to be loved. You have to give yourself that love. And it's very possible to give yourself affection, pile number 2. So focus more on that, work more on that. And I promise you, sooner or later, the right people will come in who will love you more than they will harm you. I feel that is really the important message over here. Since this whole reading has been about healing in a way. And the more you heal your core wounds, the more financially stable you will be. And if you are, for example, a tarot reader over here, the more you choose to heal the collective in whatever way you choose to go about doing that, the more you will heal yourself. There is a very big Chiron energy over here in this pile number 2. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest, and if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment, it means a lot. To help the channel grow, and if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the 5 of Cups card, this is your reading on your Halloween message. What do you need to hear right now? Okay, pile number 3, we have the High Priestess, we have 5 of Swords, we have Justice, 9 of Cups, the Hangman, Moon, 3 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands, and we have 5 of Cups, which is Amy, the demon. So you're really going through it, pile number 3. There's no sugarcoating it. You're really going through it, and it's definitely a test. You're definitely a very spiritual individual, whether you're a closeted spiritualist or you read tarot for people, whatever you do. And there are levels to this, and I think you understand this. And I think the message here is very clear that certain situations are unavoidable for you, certain difficulties are unavoidable for you, but there's always a way out. And if there's anyone who knows the way out, it is you, because you have the intuition for it. The reading starts with the High Priestess. So you cannot be kept very blind for a very long time, pile number 3. And even if people betray you, sooner or later you will find out if people try to betray you. And I think that is what is happening right now. I think people's true colors are being shown to you right now, and you don't really like what you're seeing. We have the 3 of Swords and we have the Five of Swords. So there's a real sense of defeat. There's a real sense of I just cannot keep doing this. There's a real sense of I just can't keep going on. And I feel you. This eclipse season has been really insane. It has been really crazy. So the dogs agree. This eclipse has really been just very wild, and give yourself some time, give yourself some space, give yourself some grace. There's a real need for you to give yourself some grace right now, because the more you give yourself grace and the less you take it out on yourself, the less angry you are with yourself, the easier it will be for you to course correct. There's a real need to course correct right now with you, pile number 3. That's what I'm really picking up. And I want you to know that you will still get everything that you've always wanted or desired. You will still have all your wishes fulfilled, but it's important that you surrender. You really need to surrender right now to the process. You really need to surrender and even go deep within your own subconscious and psyche right now to really figure out what is it that is truly going on. Because there is a lot happening. And there's definitely a lot of people that you need to let go of. And maybe these are people that you've been together for years and years and years. So I definitely feel your pain on that. But just know that it is the right thing to do. So right now, really take an inventory of who you want to be in your life for the next 10 years and who you don't want to be there. And you will be able to clear that way for yourself very easily. And it's also very important for you to maybe stand up and really protect everything that you have fought so hard for. There's a real defensiveness over here, and I don't even blame you for it. I think you need to be defensive right now, especially to protect all your hard work. And like I said, you have made it this far. You're almost there. Pile number 3, you're almost at the finish line. But you cannot give up right now, and you cannot let losers and uglies win. Sorry, that's just not going to happen. And you are a little too self-critical with yourself, and you're not even helping yourself improve. You're just letting the self-critic bring you down instead of lifting you up. So you need to tweak the way you criticize yourself, maybe find some humor there. But there's a real need for you to come back to the drawing board. There's a real need for you to again show up and show out and not give up over here. Whatever it is, it's going to be very different for all of y'all, but don't quit now. Don't jump off the boat right now, pile number 3. This will either make or break you, and I really mean this. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Think of it. Great breakthroughs have only happened under some very, very difficult situations. Necessity is the mother of all inventions, and even the greatest inventions, they did happen out of a sense of desperation. Someone at some point was like, we just cannot keep living this way. We need electricity. And today we have electricity. So you are a pioneer is what I'm trying to say, pile number 3. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be paving the way, not just for yourself, but for a lot of people in the future. A lot of people will look up to you, whether they come and tell you that or not. I'm telling you this. A lot of people will look up to you and admire you from afar, because a lot of people will just know what you have gone through. And it is very intense. I'm not getting any like fluff, light energy over here. We have 5 of Swords and we have 3 of Swords where my eyes are going again and again. So 3 plus 5 is 8, I think. So 8 of Swords. I want you to know that the worst is kind of truly over. And now if anyone is in your way, it is you. So don't sabotage this for yourself. And don't try to control anything. Wherever you find resistance, realize it, accept it, let it go. Really be in a state of surrender. And there's a real need for you to maybe even look at things from a more objective point of view, from a point of view that doesn't hurt so much when you think about it. Like, think of yourself as your higher self. And you will be able to distill the wisdom that you truly need from the situation. And there's a real need for you to ask yourself, pile number 3 right now, you might have some messages in pile number 2. There's a real need for you to ask yourself, what is it that you truly want right now? What is it that you truly want right now. It doesn't matter whose feathers you ruffle, but it's really important to ask yourself what is it that you truly want and just go after it, because the higher you go, pile number 3, the more haters you will have. It just comes with the territory. So not everyone will like you and not everyone has to like you. And that's not even your problem. So there's a real need for you to even refocus on yourself. There's a real need for you to understand that, yes, you are in a battle right now, but you can overcome this and you will emerge victorious in this. And you have brilliant direction in this war, so there's no way you're going to be losing. And I think you have become very extra vigilant. I think you have become very, very cautious since you've had your heart broken so much. So, like I said, there's a real need for you to maybe take the self-critic, use that to further yourself instead of bringing yourself down. So if there's a certain flaw, you can fix it instead of crying about it, really hurting yourself mentally about it, saying nasty things to yourself. All that has to go. You have to really change the way you talk to yourself over here, pile number 3. There's a real need for that. And I really want you to know that you will come into harmony. You will find balance within yourself. And you will overcome this situation. And it's very important right now that you don't lose your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize and know that you won't miss it. There's no way you can miss it, pile number 3. But there's also a need to even accept this defeat right now. Because only in acceptance can you move forward the way you truly need to be. So a little more honesty right now will go a long way. I really feel that with you, pile number 3. Your emotions are running wild right now, and it's really important that you feel your feelings. I won't say that repress them, definitely feel your feelings, but after you feel your feelings, come back to a more objective point of view than making decisions under those emotional situations. It's very important that you use your mind, because your mind is going to be a better friend to you to gauge than your emotions, pile number 3. Please know this. And like I said, discernment is very important over here. And I do feel you are very discerning, but when you get triggered emotionally, it gets a little difficult to again get to where you need to be. So the more you allow yourself to get quiet, the more you allow yourself to just be, the easier it will be for you to make the right decision, if that makes sense. But there's a real need for you to master your emotions and understand that all this difficulty is also happening so you master your emotions. Please know this, pile number 1. Pile number 3. You might have some messages in pile number 2 and 1, since I said that. Pile number 3, you need to understand that the situation might not necessarily change for you, but that's not a bad thing. Maybe that was supposed to be the lesson. Maybe you're supposed to learn a certain lesson from whatever bad experience that you've had. It's going to be different for all of y'all. It's a general reading. But understand that it was inevitable, and if it wasn't through this person, it would have been through someone else. So there's a sense of not escaping it, but also overcoming it by realizing that. There's a real need for you to set yourself free. And only you can do that. And even you can, and only you can use a situation which seems kind of disadvantageous to you in a way that benefits you. So there's a real need to shift your perspective over here. We have the Hangman in the center of the reading. So, and I definitely feel you're working long hours. You're working very, very long hours, but you're still not resting. So it's very important that you even find this balance and understand that it is only through this chaos and destruction can you move towards a new chapter. It's inevitable. The chaos was inevitable, and the order that is going to come is also inevitable. Please understand this, pile number 3. Shuffle some oracle. Any guidance for pile number 3? Okay, pile number 3, we have card number 5, Playmates. Card number 36, the Serpent, and we have card number 10, the Tree of Life. So this is a karmic entanglement. It definitely feels like that to me. And don't try to fight fire with fire. Be a little more strategic and be the bigger person if it comes down to it. Don't engage with the ops. Do not try to prove your point to someone who is so focused on misunderstanding you. And understand that you will still get what you truly deserve. You will still get your happily ever after, and no one is going to be getting in that way. So the haters are only temporary for you, and the haters are helping you realize your own greatness. That's why you have these haters. Pile number 3. Please understand this. It is a part of your life lesson. And if anyone can master this, if anyone can master such a difficult terrain, it is you. And you are evolving. All of this is happening because you are evolving. Pile number 3, please understand this. And you just cannot say that I don't want to evolve. That's just not a choice over here. So whether you go kicking or screaming or whether you go happily, that's up to you. And the more you let go of these things, these people, whoever, whatever is in the way, the more you simplify your life, the more you come back to yourself, the more victorious you will be over here. And I really feel you will be able to attract in the right people. And I definitely feel that it's you one person against maybe a lot of people. But understand that I'm getting that line from Obsessed. You a mom and pop, I'm a cooperation. So understand that you on your own are like a cooperation. You on your own, one person. People are having group texts about you, one person. So many people, a group having texts about you. So, you are the cooperation by yourself, one person, and your haters, they just have their parents. So you have more support than you realize. You have more spiritual backing than you know. But it's important that you lead the way. You're getting a lot of signs, you're getting a lot of synchronicities. So don't ignore it. Don't downplay it. It's big stuff. You're definitely at the precipice of something very, very huge for you. Pile number 3. So it's really important that you learn to seize the day right now and do what you have to do regardless of who has what to say. Pile number 3, understand that conflict is inevitable. You're going to have to ruffle some feathers, but it'll be totally worth it and it'll be worthwhile, and people are truly meant to be with you, for you. They will get it. They will understand why you did what you had to do. So right now, it's really important that you give yourself this victory. And don't forget, it takes a lot of people to go against this you one person. I'm getting Nikki versus the industry. So understand that there's a reason so many people are trying to attack you. It is your potential that is making them so violent and aggressive. So just keep doing yourself, keep shining, and you will be victorious in this. And you're going to be learning. You're going to be learning some very, very important lessons over here, pile number 3. You're not going to forget any of this. Yeah. But I also feel all of this is also happening because you're meant to have a greater impact on a lot of other people. So what you're going through basically is an initiation, whether you like it or not. And it's up to you to pass it or fail the test. So what's it going to be, pile number 3? I think only you can decide that for yourself. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3s. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.